Imagine an ordinary evening. The whole family is home, dinner is served, and laughter fills the room. But your dog, ignoring everyone else, sits specifically at your husband's feet or freezes by the door waiting for your daughter to arrive. You are the one who buys the most expensive food, who takes them to the vet, and walks them in the rain. But when it's time to rest, the dog chooses that one person, becoming their shadow. Why does this happen? Is it an accident, primitive gratitude for food, or a subtle neurobiological calculation? Do dogs really have favorites? And is it possible to become number one for your pet if you are currently only in the background? Today on the Mindful Pause channel, we will look into the depths of the canine brain, analyzing oxytocin loops, attachment theory, and the evolutionary mechanisms that make a dog give its heart to just one person. Watch this video to the end because science proves that being the chosen one in a dog's eyes is not a gift of fate, but the result of specific psychological patterns that you can change right now. The first and most fundamental factor that determines who becomes the center of the universe for a dog is the phenomenon of social imprinting, or the critical window of socialization. According to the classic works of ethologists Scott and Fuller, published in the mid-20th century and confirmed by modern neuroscientists, puppies have a golden period, roughly from the 7th to the 16th week of life. During this time, the dog's brain possesses incredible neuroplasticity. The person who is nearby during this period, who feeds, plays, and most importantly, comforts the puppy during its first moments of fear, is literally hardwired into its neural networks as a symbol of absolute safety. Research published in the journal Applied Animal Behavior Science shows that bonds formed during this time are the most resilient. If you got your dog as an adult, it might seem like this chance is lost, but that's not entirely true. However, it is early experience that explains why many dogs remain devoted to their first owner even after years of separation. The second, and perhaps most striking scientific fact, concerns the biochemistry of the gaze. In 2015, the journal Science published a landmark study by Miho Nagasawa of Azabu University. Researchers discovered the existence of an oxytocin-positive feedback loop between humans and dogs. When a dog looks into the eyes of a loved one, both experience a sharp spike in oxytocin levels, the hormone of attachment and love. This is the same mechanism that forms the bond between a mother and an infant. But the most interesting part is that the intensity of this response is not the same with all family members. A dog instinctively chooses the person with whom this biochemical resonance is strongest. It's a biological hook. The dog seeks to be near the one who triggers the most powerful rush of happiness hormones. If you want to become that one, start with soft, unobtrusive eye contact supported by a calm, loving tone of voice. The third aspect, often ignored by owners, is the quality of interaction versus its quantity. You can spend 8 hours a day with a dog just being in the same room, but you will lose to someone who comes in for 15 minutes and sets up an intensive ball game or intellectual training session. Research by Alexandra Horowitz of Barnard College emphasizes the difference between a resource provider and a social partner. Dogs are highly intelligent creatures, and for them, joint activities requiring cognitive effort are valued much higher than simple passive presence. In a dog's eyes, the person who initiates play, sets tasks, and encourages their solution is a more valuable leader and partner. Meaningful interaction creates shared memories and strengthens the neural connections responsible for trust. The fourth factor is temperament matching and energy resonance. A study published in the journal Behavioral Processes examined the link between the owner's personality type on the Big Five scale and the dog's behavior. Scientists found a surprising correlation. Dogs often choose as favorites the family member whose energy level and predictability of reactions match their own. An active, choleric dog will likely gravitate toward a similarly energetic teenager who is constantly in motion. Meanwhile, a calm older dog will choose someone who prefers silence and a measured pace. Dogs are masters at reading nonverbal signals, and they look for the one who is most understandable to them on an emotional level. A conflict of temperaments is a common reason why a dog avoids contact with a perfectly kind but overly noisy or chaotic family member. The fifth point is predictability as the ultimate currency of trust. In a world where a dog decides very little for itself, a predictable person is an island of safety. Psychologists from Eötvös Loránd University in Budapest conducted a series of experiments adapting Mary Ainsworth's strange situation test for dogs. They found that dogs form a hierarchical attachment. They have a primary attachment figure, the person they run to in the event of a real threat. Often, this person is not the one who pampers them the most, but the one who sets clear rules and boundaries. For a dog, a strict but clear owner is much more attractive than a kind but inconsistent one. Predictability reduces the animal's cognitive stress level, allowing it to relax in your presence. If your reactions are always consistent, the dog begins to trust you at the deepest level. The sixth factor is associative learning and positive transfer. Dogs live in a world of associations. Who picks up the leash? Who opens the door for a walk in the woods? Who brings out the tastiest bone? If one person in the family is associated exclusively with routine, washing paws, cleaning ears, clipping nails, and another with adventure and joy, the dog's choice will be obvious. The journal Learning and Behavior describes the mechanisms by which dogs build a value hierarchy of people. The one who becomes the harbinger of joy receives a huge credit of trust. This doesn't mean you should stop performing hygienic procedures, but it is important to balance them with moments of pure joy unclouded by discipline. Become the source of the brightest events of your dog's day, and you will see how its focus of attention changes. Finally, we cannot forget about genetics and breed characteristics. According to the classification of the Journal of Comparative Psychology, there are one-owner breeds and social optimists. Breeds such as the Akita Inu, Siberian Huskies, or certain types of shepherds have a genetic predisposition to forming an exclusive attachment to one person. Meanwhile, golden retrievers or Labradors often distribute their love among all family members. If your dog belongs to the one-owner breeds, its choice of a favorite may be dictated by thousands of years of selection. However, even in this case, an individual approach and knowledge of psychology allow you to strengthen the bond with every family member. To summarize, a dog chooses its person not for the number of food bowls, but for the quality of emotional and cognitive exchange. It is a mix of biology, right timing during puppyhood, and your ability to be a clear, reliable, and interesting partner. A favorite for a dog is the one who gives it a sense of a secure base, allowing it to explore the world without fear. If you feel that your bond with your pet could be stronger, try changing the format of your communication, add more games, become predictable in your requirements, and do not forget the power of a simple, affectionate eye-to-eye gaze. A dog doesn't know how to flatter or pretend. Its attachment is absolutely sincere. And if you are not its favorite today, it is simply a reason to get to know this amazing creature better and discover new facets of your friendship. Write in the comments who in your family is the chosen one in your dog's eyes and why you think they made that choice. Your experience is very important to us. And don't forget to subscribe to Mindful Paws. Here we learn to understand those who love us without words and make our pets' lives truly happy. See you in the next videos where we will continue to reveal the secrets of the most devoted heart in the world.